All right, welcome to today's surf group, you guys. Remember, you can always refer back to the more detailed trainings that we have that lead into this training when you click on them. We keep these succinct, so we're not going into full detailed explanations of each discipline that we're doing. We break those down in much more detail in the other videos. That way it keeps this training more fluid. It allows you to move through that and not have to hear the explanations over and over again. As always, focus breath, focus form. Those are interchangeably 1 and 2. You get distracted, you're trying to push through something, check back in with your breath and with your form continuously throughout all the trainings. All right, have a good time. Let's get started. All right, I'm gonna move through a roller sequence here. If you don't have a roller, go ahead and follow the AIS on the split screen on the right and do either of those as we go through this. As we move through this roller sequence, remember, slow and steady through things. You're trying to find those knots and those tight places. Give more attention to that place. Use your upper body and to be able to pull away some of the weight and support it if it's a little too much. You don't want to overwhelm it either. This is therapeutic, but it is deep tissue. So really get in there and work that soft tissue to improve its health. We're always doing both sides here. So we're going about 15 seconds to 30 seconds on each side. And again, you're just taking note. It's also working the tissue as well as taking note on where, whoa, you're surprised how tight you are in a certain place. This is IT band right here. Never rolling over a joint. It's always just soft tissue specific. See how she's subtly kind of moving through that quadricep. It's not just one single angle. It's kind of rotating to the external part of the quadricep. Now to the center. Inside of the thigh a little bit as well. And just, again, you're just trying to take note on where you're tight. Getting that front part of that leg now. This is a little bit more difficult just because you're having to hold a little bit more of your body weight. Feel free to go down onto almost like a plank form like she is there now. And just kind of sequencing through there a little bit. All right, last one here. Really getting into the glute pretty deep here. Crossing that leg over. It's a little bit more control. It also concentrates into one side. Again, you're kind of moving around the angle there, not staying just right on that same angle. All right, switch sides. Finishing up here. Scapular retraction. If you don't have an exercise ball, it's fine. You can do it just from the ground. And what you're working to do is to get that lumbar spine, lower back, and thoracic spine, upper back, to get that retraction. Think of it similar to being on your board and having to hold your torso up all the time you're paddling, duck diving, all of that motion. So you're really working to stabilize from your hips. And if you're on the ground, working to get that retraction with your hands, stabilize through, breathe all the way through. Here we go. We're going to go for a minute.
3, 2, 1, go.
You're aiming for about a 3-second hold on each end. At the bottom end of that, you can relax, try to realign when you're up at that top. About a 3-second hold. No strain, no pain. Just focus in, getting nice, solid contraction. Last 15 seconds, stay focused.
Three, two, one, stop.
Push-up sequence with a T push-up. A tap, shoulder, and hip on the same side. Then we'll alternate to the other side. And finally, a T with a one-leg crunch. Use your top leg to connect with that elbow of that same side. We're going to end up doing both sides here. We're going to be going for 2.5 minutes here. Always focus breath and form. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we're starting with that T push-up. Rotation to that one side. Belly button to spine, external rotation, back down to the push-up, alternate to the other side. Through this full minute sequencing here, you're gonna be alternating the side on the push-up you're gonna be doing. Good, breathe nice and deep. The push-ups aren't fast, they're not slow. You have a nice even tempo. As you rotate to the side, hold that top in, get your eyes up on that hand. Do a full 2-second count on that top T. Good, here we go. Keep breathing. Belly button to spine, external rotation in your shoulders. Stabilize as a unit. Breathe deep under everything. Let that drive you. Good, transition to your tap now. Top into that push-up plank. Tap shoulder, same side down to your hip. Tap your opposite shoulder, opposite hip, alternating back and forth here for this full 30 seconds. Try not to let your hips or shoulders swing side to side. You're trying to stabilize as you take away that point of balance as your hand comes up. Work to stabilize in that same plane. Good, transition to that one leg crunch. Side T, stay on the same side. Eyes up on your hand on the top end. Crunch down, meet that elbow line. Stay on that same side for this 30 seconds. Good, good, good. Here we go. Nice. Good, switch sides. Here we go. Final 30 seconds right here. Again, stabilizing. Eyes up on that top hand as you look up to it. Elbow meets that knee. All in that same plane. Don't collapse down. Stabilize and breathe. Form and breath. Always 1 and 2 interchanging. Top priorities. Good, right at the end.
3, 2, 1, done.
All right, you got 1 minute rest here. Take full advantage of that. Go back to perfect breath. 5.5 seconds in, 5.5 seconds out.
Get everything you can out of this 1 minute recovery. Big, deep, diaphragmatic breathing. Stay present, stay focused. The more you recover, the more you're going to be able to get from the next push.
15 seconds of recovery left. Here we go. Double back down. Double back on your focus. Get that diaphragm working. 3, 2, 1, done. Single leg deadlift with jump switch. Really concentrate on getting that leg lifted nice and straight from your hip. During the switch, it won't always be a perfect landing, but you're working to concentrate to stick it as best you can. Don't move on quickly. Try to stay within that and really focus on your balance. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, you're halfway done. You got 1 minute left. Focus down, belly button to spine, external rotation in your shoulders. This isn't fast, but it's not slow. Concentrate on sticking the landing and jump tall on that switch.
Three, two, one, stop.
Little big, so you're gonna keep your hands and feet off the ground through this whole motion. If you have to take a break and put your body weight from the appendages on the ground, you can do that. Keep your chin off your chest, breathe nice and deep. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go. Three, two, one, stop.
All right, you got 1 minute rest here. Take full advantage of that. Go back to perfect breath. 5.5 seconds in, 5.5 seconds out. After this minute recovery, we're going to be going into 1 minute of burpees before we do a breath hold protocol. Get everything you can out of this 1 minute recovery. Big, deep, diaphragmatic breathing. Stay present, stay focused. The more you recover, the more you're going to be able to get from the next push. "15 seconds of recovery left. Here we go. Double back down, double back on your focus. Get that diaphragm working. 3, 2, 1, done.
1 minute push of burpees here. You're going to stay nice and focused. Breathe deep, but drive.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, halfway there. You got 30 more seconds. Here we go. Push, push, push. Check back into your breath. Form and breath. Always interchangeable. 1 and 2. Dig down. Find it. Here we go.
Three, two, one, stop.
All right, we're taking the 60 seconds to preload our breath. You can do it in cat-cow on your knees. You can do laying on your back with your arms 90-90. Whatever makes you feel like you have the most efficient form to use your diaphragm to breathe, both in a recovery piece coming post a metabolic push, and as important, loading oxygen for what's about to come, whether it be a breath protocol, the next metabolic push. Use this recovery as a focused time. You really have to stay present and really pull that belly button to your spine. Use your diaphragm to recover and preload for the next thing that's coming. You have about 15 seconds right here. Really focus and stay present.
Three, two, one, done.
All right, we're gonna go into the positive breath hold protocol now. So when you're ready, go ahead and pause the training, go through that breath hold, and then come back here. Remember, you can always refer back to the more detailed instructional videos when you need to.
All right, you're coming to your finisher here. We're gonna do a breakdown finisher today. So you're gonna start at 10 repetitions. You're gonna go through 4 disciplines. Go through all 4 of those disciplines, then you're gonna go back up and you're gonna do 8. And you're gonna do 8 of those 4 disciplines, then you're gonna go back up and do 6, 4, 2, and then you're done. This is a focused finisher. A lot of times we use timers that drive you metabolically, and I'm calling out to you to push and leave it on the floor. This internalizes a little bit more. You do want to drive metabolically and you do want to use tempo to get there, but just like I said before, and you'll hear me say over and over, form and breath are always interchanging 1 and 2. Never lose sight of those 2 things.
All right, the 4 we're gonna do is speed skaters with kick, switching, alternate each time. Jackknife get-ups, same thing, alternate each time. A little bit more focus on the concentration, what you have to do as you're switching. Your hands and legs start to get tied up a little bit. This is a little bit of a recovery component, but you really need to load that leg. The side that is the bent knee is the side that you're rotating open to. Get low, keep your hips back. Get that rotation and focus on getting that breath back underneath you. And everybody's favorite burpees. Push right here. This is where you really should be driving. Deep, long motion, high jump. Here we go. All right, pause the training, get through your breakdown finisher, and come back for your...
All right, good job. Coming off that finisher. Back to perfect breath. 5.5 seconds in, 5.5 seconds out. We're gonna go into this hip mobility right here. A little bit of sustained strength still in your arms. So that movement side to side. Again, slow and steady. Get that breath back underneath you. External rotation in your shoulders. Don't crane through your neck. Relax, focus, breathe. Get your breath back as soon as you can.
As we go into this down dog, up dog, child's pose flow, concentrate on the rhythm of it being in that perfect breath rhythm. 5.5 seconds in, transition to the next form, 5.5 seconds out, transition to the next form, and go on that rhythm and seek that as a recovery tool as you go within this mobility recovery. I'm going to count down the first full flow, and then I'll stop that so you can concentrate just on what you're doing. And we're going to go for 3 minutes. 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. Now keep moving through that flow, working to get your breath to match your flow. So as you're coming through recovery, you're trying to get that 5.5 seconds breath in perfect breath to match each flow transition. You're going to keep flowing for another 2 minutes. Nice, big, deep diaphragmatic breath. Relax into it. Match your rhythm. Final minute. Try to really relax in that child's pose piece. Let everything release through there. Extension through the spine, decompression. Go a little deeper in each motion without overdoing it. Three, 2, 1, done. Great job, you guys. It's hard to get through those things, those finishers in there, stacking one on top of the other. One thing that's really great about this new platform is you need to pause for a second. You need an extra 10 seconds. Pause that training. It'll come right back in and catch you right back up with the training that you're doing. But don't push through if you're starting to lose your form or lose your breath. Obviously, it almost is like a broken record. I'll say those things over and over again, but without those at 1 and 2, the work that you're doing within the actual disciplines is much less effective. All right? The rest of the evening, the rest of the day, depending on what time you're doing this training, keep drinking water. Keep focusing on your breath. Keep it recovered and check in with your breath throughout your day. Awesome job, you guys. We'll see you soon.